Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my video number 175, and today's video's title is Where Does Knowledge Come From? Before I discuss my lecture, let me remind you that if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel Research Made Easy with Himi Khan, kindly do subscribe to the channel and do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you can get notification about my other videos. Thank you. Let me start with the definition of knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is a familiarity, awareness, or understanding of someone or something, such as facts, information, descriptions, or skills acquired through experience or education by perceiving, discovering, or learning. Knowledge can also be thought of as a theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. Now, let me discuss the various sources of knowledge. Some researchers have given the following sources of knowledge, that knowledge can be received through beliefs, traditions, authority, emotions, personal experience, intuition, research. We'll discuss some of these sources in detail. And here is another list which is a little bit detailed. Here there are some more sources of knowledge. The, the first one is common sense, that we gain knowledge from common sense. Everyone knows that it is so. We may also gain knowledge through intuition. I just know it. Or we may get knowledge through beliefs. It is based on personal conviction or tenacity, which are verification over the years, or traditions, practice through generations, personal experience, that is personal testing and experience, authority, the word of experts, divine and supernatural powers like the revelations of God and of other powers, reasons and logic. The intellect can capture truth and knowledge directly. And finally, I'll discuss scientific methods. Knowledge is derived through empirical procedures. Let me first discuss tenacity. And tenacity means knowledge based on superstition or habit. But tenacy has no guarantee of accuracy, and there is no mechanism for error correction. And knowledge gained from tenacity might be prejudice. Uh, Let me discuss intuition as a source of knowledge. Uh, it is an approach that is not based on reasoning or inference. So, intuitive knowledge takes forms such as belief, faith, intuition, etc., and it is based on feelings rather than the hard core facts. The other source of knowledge is authority, and it is accepted because it comes from a respected source. So, authoritative knowledge is based on information received from people, books, a supreme being, etc. Its strength depends on the strength of these sources. And examples of authority may include religion, totalitarian government, rules our parents taught us, but there is no way to validate or question the knowledge. Not the same as asking an expert. We can accept, reject, or challenge an expert, Teachers are experts, but they are not authorities. So authorities may be, for example, uh, if there is something in the holy book, in the holy Quran, or something the holy prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has said in hadith. These are the examples. Another source of knowledge is logic or reasoning, and this is known as rationalism. And here, the acquisition of knowledge is through reasoning. So, logical knowledge is arrived at by reasoning from point A, which is generally accepted, to point B, and that may serve as the new knowledge. It may be, it is logical deduction, and it assumes knowledge is correct if the correct reasoning process is used. During the Middle Ages, uh, rationalism or reasoning was the most relied source of knowledge, important for theory and pure math. A mathematical proof is rationalism at its best. Similarly, theoretical physics and experimental physics are also example of rationalism. Easy to reach, incorrect conclusions, false premises, mistakes in the reasoning are skipped. Use rationalism to arrive at a hypothesis, then test with the scientific method. The other source of knowledge is empiricism. And empiricism means the knowledge is acquired through experience. Empirical knowledge is based on demonstrable, objective facts which are determined through observation and or experimentation. For example, I can say I have experienced it, therefore it is true. And experience is not objective, it is subjective and hard to control. Much of computer science is just empiricism. Another source of knowledge is science. Science is basically testing ideas empirically according to a specific testing procedure that is open to public inspection. Uh, One can say that science is based on reality. Scientists have to look at the fire, not the shadows. It separates personal beliefs, perceptions, biases, attitudes, emotion. We all have biases. Science helps us ignore them. And based knowledge gained through science is based on objectively observed evidence. Uh, in addition to the above, one of the most important sources of knowledge is research. Uh, Research process is involved in it. It has some limitations and it has some characteristics. In the process of research, we select problem. We also review critically literature. We list some research hypotheses. Then we collect data. We analyze data. We interpret and discuss our findings, and then we draw conclusions. But it has some limitations. There may be human subjects, public institutions, complexity of research problem, and there may be methodological difficulties. Characteristics of research are empirical, problem methods, objective, logical, precise. That is, research must possess these characteristics. The functions of basic and applied research are given here, and there is evaluation process which assesses merit and worth of particular programs and are practice. There are a number of approaches to research. One approach is quantitative, in which numbers and figures are used. Another approach is qualitative, which is narrative, and both of them may differ in assumptions. Assumptions may not be the same. The purpose of research may be different. Research methods and processes may be different. Prototypical studies, the role of a researcher also may differ in both the approaches, and importance to the context, uh, it may be described only, or we may generalize it. So quantitative and qualitative research may differ in these aspects. So we discuss empirical research. As I mentioned earlier, research often makes use of the following four ways of knowing. That is intuitive knowledge, when coming up with an initial idea for research, and that comes from intuition. Then there is authoritative knowledge, and that is applied when we are reviewing the professional literature. And then there is logical knowledge, when reasoning from findings to conclusion. And finally empirical, engaging in particular procedures that lead to these findings. However, this last kind of knowledge, that is empirical knowledge, is what most modern research in institutions aims at establishing, and that is why we call it empirical research. So, as I mentioned in earlier slides, there are so many different sources of knowledge, but empirical research is one of the most important sources of knowledge, and that is why in higher education students are required to conduct research on a particular topic in a particular discipline or specialization, and this is required for MPhil and PhD level studies. So that is why empirical research assumes important position in the sources of knowledge. And basically, in empirical research, we may use scientific method. And here the first step is to identify a problem. Then there is a formation of hypotheses. Then we design experiment. After designing experiment, we conduct experiment, and then there is the stage of hypothesis testing. We may accept hypotheses, but if we accept hypotheses, we disseminate the results. Sometimes we may reject hypotheses. Then in that case, we may either disseminate results with the rejection of hypotheses, or we may go back to formation of research and follow the same procedure unless the hypotheses are accepted, and then results are disseminated. Why do we gain knowledge? Thank you for watching this video. Kindly stay home, stay safe, stay calm, wash hands from time to